Hi, we're here to look at the Gluten and Geulah Home Edition. So to press on the course, you press Start Course to begin. Here's the menu. If you want to see a full screen, just press on those three bars to begin. So we begin our course with a taste test, and you can do this at home or you could do it in school, either one, or you could do it with friends. And obviously before Pesach, you want to take out a couple of these different types of bread: sourdough, matzah, and a white bread. Then what do? You try and guess in which civilization do you think this bread first appeared? If you're doing this live, then you could just say it or make a sign. And if you're doing this online, digitally, in a group or individually, you take the bread and you guess where it went. I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to put it back. But if I wanted to drop it, I would drop it in the correct place. We're going to come back later at the end of the course to see if you made it, if you guessed correctly. But 3 of these 4 breads that you tasted were only made with flour and water, and only 1 was made with yeast. Yet 2 were leavened, and therefore how did it rise? This is a big Pesach question. So you take the following ingredients, and we do recommend that you do this wherever you are, and you walk through the steps, and you can figure it out. You get a little FYI about yeast invention in the 19th century. And then how did ancient people make bread? They had something called sourdough. And you could watch these videos that tell you exactly how these breads were made. Really, really helpful in understanding the whole secret of the Pesach story. We don't just eat unleavened, we don't just eat matzah because we left in a hurry. We actually eat matzah for a very different reason, and this course will tell you that. So we do recommend watching all these videos about gluten and what it is, how to make all the different types of bread, and all the different
All of these baked goods basic doughs by mixing flour and water in a food processor. A little bit crazy. I'm going to treat it like a balloon and inflate it with compressed air.
And that's what we eat. That is a hint, another hint to why we don't eat that kind of bread on Pesach. And here are some takeaways. It takes a short time to make flatbread. The chemical process is gluten, and this requires yeast. So let's go back to ancient times and see how you did. Hunters and gatherers did not have bread. They foraged for food. Shepherds probably made flatbread, either a matzah or kind of a laffa figure that we eat nowadays. Farmers made sourdough, and manufacturers gave us the delicious, wonderful, white, very fattening bread we eat today. How did you do? So who ate leavened bread? We could figure it out from this wonderful, entertaining
We don't have
video.
bread yet. That's a different invention. For the first 3,000 years of domesticated plants, people are eating. Things take place here. And the invention of bread, again, women's work. We can figure out it had to have been women. Men were off building the pyramids, right? And mom is at home. It's not hard to figure out, right? Only grain that has ever been domesticated which has enough gluten in it so that the gluten strands will hang together as those bacteria and yeast.
So we do want you to watch all these videos. They're very educational and entertaining. And here we do find out that the Egyptians were the first ones to make leavened bread. And what did the speaker mean when he said that the bread was fuel that was fed to the workers to build the pyramids? And here we have some verses from Tanakh, from Sefer Shmot, that help us understand this context. And if you're not comfortable reading in Hebrew, there is an audio.
וימצא יוסף חן בעיניו, וישרת אותו, ויפקידהו על ביתו, וכל יש לו נתן בידו.
So you can read that to yourself. Ki im halechem asher hu ochel. And we see that Yosef had a very interesting relationship with his brothers. And we see that ki lo yuchlun hamitzim le'echol et ha'ivrim lechem ki to'evahi le'mitzrayim. That the the brothers were not allowed to eat bread with the Egyptians. That was considered an abomination. Why? Because they were shepherds. Shepherds was a low caste and low caste system. Kito avat mitzrayim kol ro'et son. Shepherds were considered a very low class of people, and therefore they were the leavened breads. They were the farmers, and therefore they would not eat with us. And that is one of a big secret about Pesach, and that is what it really means. And you can write your answer over here.